I had a client want to do a meth test on a lovely home, and the meth inspector said to me, it's a 2-stage test. Stage 1 is basically a pass or fail. Is there evidence of meth in your home? Yes or no? And it doesn't necessarily tell you the quantities of methamphetamine.
Right.
So if you and I were in Old Town or anywhere else, I just stereotyped people in Old Town as being meth heads. So let's go back. So, if you and I were walking around and somebody smoked meth next to us and it got on our coats, and we went back and put our coats down on a sofa in a house that we were showing, that house would then potentially test positive for meth. You and I weren't smoking meth, but we passed somebody in the street that was. So that first test, pass, fail. If it fails, they then do a much more expensive, I think it's like $1,000 test, where they test the level of methamphetamine. And on the houses that we've tested a second time, it always comes in super low. So it was the case that somehow a trace amount got into the house.
Yeah, or somebody smoked it. It wasn't manufactured. Obviously, it's very different.
Right.
Contamination levels.
But when you come back to a seller and say, hey, my bias did a meth test and your house tested positive for meth, that's like worst day ever, right?
It is, yes. And I believe that between the time where you get that initial test and where the whole site assessment, that period of time, like the house is technically considered to be a meth lab until it is proven not to be. I mean, it's... Yeah, it gets pretty chippy real fast.
They'll take like samples out of the wall, right? They'll take like plugs out of the wall on that second meth test. The first test, they wipe the vents.
Yeah,
they swab the vents. They swab around the hood above the stove, anywhere where air is passing in and out. But the second test, I mean, they go in, they take little chunks out of your home.
Yeah,